on all in. I tried. I was actually looking for mine. Oh, I don't have my drink. My goodness, I am not even close to prepared apparently today.
All right, we can't breathe in this.
Are we live? Live? I can't see. I lost my windows.
We're supposed to be. Let's see.
All right. I will at least start the share too.
And we're live on here.
Okay.
Ooh. Let's see. We're live. Oh my God, my hair's. Oops. My hair's all over the place after this.
I'm going to be right back.
We are live.
I should mute.
Duh. All right. So while he's grabbing his drinks, my hair got all over the place. I was trying to put the shock monster. Those of you who are familiar with this, when we had a horror button site, this is one of the most popular button that sells. It's like a vintage monster replication. It's a shock monster, but I can't see if I wear that. So I'm not gonna wear it. Happy Halloween!
I was trying to find some old costumes, and we apparently purged all of our stuff in our move a couple of years ago. So
I just grabbed one of the masks that was hanging up there.
Very nice.
But it is Halloween, so I got my little candy Norp robe. I don't know if I'll eat it, but I'm prepared. My husband came in and then decorated a little bit here. I can see it.
Nah, it's out of frame. There it goes.
It's blinking behind me right now.
Yeah, we have decorations around the house, but I don't think we even bought candy again this year. Let's ask my wife. Because
you don't have trick-or-treaters?
We don't. Not in our neighborhood. It's I mean, I think we've talked about this. I don't know if we've talked about it online, but we live far enough away from our neighbors that like the steps per candy bar in our neighborhood probably doesn't make it worth it for most kids versus the surrounding neighborhoods that are much more condensed. And
we have it was a handful of them because like this is pretty much a retirees most of the time. So I saw people drive here and drop the kids up and pick them up.
Yeah.
Because we had last year we had a 12-foot scarecrow outside decorated.
Oh, right.
We didn't have it this year, so we'll see.
That's cool. Well, do we want to introduce our beers? Did you go Halloween themed? I did.
I think close enough. Because I thought my husband bought it, and then he was like, "This is like so interesting. It's a Halloween," and it turned out that it's one of the beers that you had.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, Matt had it before. It's a Sweet Baby Jesus. I thought it would be
a popular one.
So today I got a different one. Reef Donkey.
Looks scary.
Yeah, it's kind of Halloweeny, so I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
See it better. APA, so it's American Pale Ale. I don't know if I like it, but I like the cover or whatever. What do you call it? The cover?
Is it cover art? What's a beer?
I
don't know how that works.
Yeah. But Jaws is also a scary movie, so that road.
Yeah, is Jaws like? I guess it's summer, so it's not like the Christmas movies of like Die Hard.
Jaws is a scary movie.
Yeah.
Because it's a monster in the sea eating people.
I was trying to remember what brewery mine is, but anyways, it is the Great Pumpkin.
That's awesome.
It was a single. I couldn't find a whole 6-pack of it either, so I don't know. But it's an Imperial Pumpkin Ale. I'm not really sure. I mean, it's going to be interesting, I feel like.
I'm trying to see
I
if
hope
there's
it's not a pumpkin beer, but I think it is.
independent craft.
Yeah, it's a Elysian Brewing, it is local.
It is local for me too. It's a Tampa Bay
Is
brewing
yours?
company. Yeah.
I looked it up before. I thought it would have it on the can, but well, this is saying Seattle, Washington. Anyways,
This is
very,
Florida.
on our last day of October.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Halloween. Ugh. Now that I try to put that thing hairs all over the place.
Mine's a pumpkin spice flavor.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know what my flavor is.
I will be happy to be done with pumpkin spice flavoring on things.
Not bad.
Anyways.
Mine's pretty. Oh, how strong is this? It's 5.5. It's not that bad, but it's pretty tall.
So we're going to talk about Halloween outages.
Yes.
And we have like five of them to go through.
Yeah, 5 incidents that happened during Halloween season. I don't think everything was outages, so we'll get to it. But right. 5 recent ones. It's not necessarily a top 5, and we try to see, but it's more recent, so people might be familiar with this when we talk about it. So that would be
well, I mean, given they were all specific to happening on October 31st, various years, is pretty interesting, I think.
Yeah. So I think what was it?
Where's my slide?
Spooky Tech Tales. 5 real incidents that happened.
It's not advancing.
That's the last slide.
Oh, what? Why did it start? Let's go the other way. There we go. Welcome. I just saw it looked like this one, so I was like, I didn't even pay attention. All right, jump into the first one, or?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, there's text there, but it's really every Halloween the internet gets a little haunted. Ooh, I need to get this sound effect.
I wonder, because this kind of mentions it, I wonder if it has some parts to do with people preparing for Black Fridays. Yeah.
It might be, because it kind of, so
the
seasonal surges and end of quarter pushes and pre-holiday season and cyber tricksters is what we might be, I think it's guesses that might be causing these outages or incidents. But yeah, so 5 major incidents, and then total damage cost is over $25 million for these 5.
Yeah, I think that's an underestimate, actually, based on a couple.
I think it's one of them. It's not all of them, actually.
Yeah.
But
my kids did Roblox for when it was coming out.
Really? I didn't know what it was. What is it?
It's a game. I can't even explain it. It has something to do with blocks. It's definitely an online game.
Oh, Roblox. Okay. So I think this was one of the most recent one. I might be wrong. I might think the other one was more recent. But yeah, 73 hours of offline and 50 million users are affected. That's pretty. Many people were like, ooh, sound. I didn't get
and this one has in-app purchases and stuff like that. I mean, it wasn't just they couldn't play it for a couple of days. There was no revenue during that time.
The whole thing, 73 hours. That's a pretty long. It's like what, 3 days? No, not even. It's like 5 days almost. Wait,
yeah.
my math is all wrong.
No, 4. Yeah.
Yeah, 4 days. Yeah. Damn. So the entire platform vanished, just black screen, and happened 28th to 31st. So I'm curious. Did it come back on Halloween Day, or after Halloween it came back?
I think it came back on the day of.
That's even creepier.
From what I remember.
Yeah. So the next slide goes to what went wrong. So according to what we researched, the technical breakdown was it wasn't a DDoS attack, and Internal console
console.
configuration issue spiral out of control, and service discovery system choked under high load, creating a cascade failure. Worse, their monitoring depended on consoles, so when it died, they went blind. So their checks and balance was also internal, so like it didn't even do the checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the lesson here is that sometimes the real monster lives inside your infrastructure.
Yeah, you definitely need some third-party things going on.
Yeah, yeah. We actually, I
Well,
remember.
then make sure, and then also, but make sure that those third-party things are not hosted or infrastructure not the same as your infrastructure.
Right. That's exactly what happened with one of our clients. That there was an outage, and everything was internal because they're very security cautious. It was one of those big enterprise level. They do everything internal. That's what they are very, very cautious of. And because everything was internal, I think one of the region, like the Asian regional, entire regional infrastructure failed, but they didn't detect it because everything was internal. So
Right.
literally day after that, and it took like 2 days maybe to recover everything. And then literally after that, they engaged with completely outside system to do a status page for the company.
Yeah.
And then now it's
Forever.
still handled that way, which is like, how did you not think of that? But yeah, it was one of the biggest lessons that they had to take, and they had to set it up right away because everyone was freaking out, and it was pretty time critical, mission critical type of company. So it was a pretty bad incident that happened, and this kind of reminds me of that.
I think a lot of these things are like, unless you experience it yourself or it's happened recently,
Mhm.
people forget about them, so they don't put the planning in place.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were joking about, Amazon East one. It seems to be the only one that always goes down for
Yeah.
Amazon. It's like,
Why is that? Is that because everyone's on it?
I think it's just so big. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my guess. I
Yeah.
mean, they have to have very similar processes across all their regions, but I'm sure it's because there's just so many, and the other ones probably go down, and it's just not as big of an impact, maybe.
Right. Or so it's not noticeable. It's like exactly. So like some people might
Right.
not know they're on it, but even if you go down, they don't know.
But I mean, I don't even understand because I should be located close enough to the west, so like on services that should be distributed.
Right.
Like I saw the same outages, so I don't know if they're just not distributed or if having that. Like I know some issues have been around like trying to some of the configuration for switching off and switching to other ones are also located in East. So when it does go down, they're actually similar to this one, right? Where there's no way to switch over or push the traffic over to the other ones. So they just lose everything. And then the data centers that are on the west or region or globally, they just never get used because they can't switch over to them.
Right.
But I mean, that's not this issue. This one was all internal.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Instagram story. This was more recent actually, right? The Halloween of 2022. I
Follow me here.
vaguely remember this. I don't use Instagram, so I just remember hearing about it a lot from the people who have Instagram accounts, especially when I was listening to different podcasts for those people who have it.
Yeah.
So on October 31st, 2022, for 8 hours, what happened exactly? So Halloween morning 2022, millions of Instagram users woke up finding their accounts suddenly suspended. The message, your account has been banned. No warning, no explanation, just terror.
Just terror.
So more than 1,000 people were affected. Impacts were millions, and it was what was the cause of it? Do you want to go
That's on
over?
the next page. But I feel like this is one of those cost things where it's not to the 25 million. It's actually outside of that because a lot of people use Instagram for business, right? So they're like they individually lost. I mean, this is an example of Ronaldo. He lost 3 million followers I'm sure he got him back real quick, but
Yeah.
like it's not his like it's his brand. So whether he makes money off it, I don't know. But other companies actually make money off their Instagram.
Right. Yeah. So like we go back that what happened is
Yeah,
actually on this screen. Yeah, it was
oh,
a
it is
condensed screen. So software bug in Instagram's automated
the moderation system.
moderation system went haywire. System started flagging legitimate account as violated and suspended them in mass. Even celebrity accounts weren't safe. Cristiano Ronaldo and yeah, lost 3 million followers in a minute. In a minute. Jeez, the lesson. Automated moderation can be scarier than trolls. Yeah, so if you're gonna automate anything, you still need to check it. That doesn't do anything if
Yeah,
you just rely on it too much. I mean, I'm not saying it's not that it doesn't do anything. It's actually needs supervision over automation, and you also have to frequently check if the automation is still working correctly.
right. I feel like these years plural between 2020 and 22, there's a lot of attempting to block certain things, and I bet that it was one of those like, oh, they decided a new word, and the word had the word A or the letter A in it or something with a space, and like every post with the letter A.
Yeah, it's highly
Or something very minute where they it included just too much, basically.
Yeah, I mean that happened with not just Instagram, but not to this extreme, but other accounts like Facebookers. Like there are a period of time that they try to
Oh yeah,
detect a lot of based on the words or based on certain things that might not even be the pattern of the person's behavior,
yeah,
and they just try to went overboard with it. And then
yeah.
when you try to automate that
I mean,
without hashing out those,
I've seen like from advertisers, they'll have block lists of words and terms that they don't want their ads to, brand. It's a brand safety thing
right,
where you look through these words and they're like very just
ambiguous.
plain, like
Yeah.
really plain. But other ones are like, oh yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
um,
But also, so a lot of times these words, depending on the context too, so it can be
mhm.
completely different meanings, and so you can't just block those type of words,
Yeah,
especially
especially like a lot of
yeah.
I would say a dated slang, right? Who knows what the cool kids say now, but like a word that doesn't mean anything out of context
Right.
or in a year before, like didn't
Yeah.
mean anything, and then it means something, and then a year later it's gone again.
Yeah. And even certain words, they actually had a different meaning, but some group or some section decided to use that as owning the word. But if you
Yeah,
really look at the dictionary definition of certain words, they're completely different meanings.
right.
So those are the words. But anyway, so if you try to automate everything without checks and balances, and this is gonna be the outcome of it. Haunted mortgage files.
Yeah,
So Mr. Cooper cyber attack 2023. This is a little more recent. So October 31st, 2023, 14.7 million people are affected, right? Oh, am I still looking at it right? It's kind of hard to see.
yeah.
And 25
Oh, so
million.
this is the 25 million that it pulled up. Yeah, I mean, this is. I feel like I skipped over this one because it's like this happens all the time. So for the fact that it happened on a Halloween one time, it's like,
Yeah.
well, okay. I mean, the number of times that I've gotten mail saying, "Oh, the service that we signed you up for was
Is
attacked, and
that
now you get free credit monitoring for the next 3 years," or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what was the attack on here? Try to read it because like I'm sure it's really hard to read for some people. So the attack was last Halloween, 14 points. It's not last Halloween, it's 2 years ago now.
yeah. There was their system was completely wide open to be pulling all the data into
The dark
the
web.
dark web.
The largest non-bank mortgage service provider, US was forced to shut down all system in October 31st to contain the breach. I know of this company, so
Mhm.
I wonder when did I start working with this company? So to find that out. So I think the next slides explain what happened.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there you go. I knew I skipped over this one, but 2 years of free credit monitoring.
So timeline was what? Is it just the day of?
Mm-hmm.
And then
Well, it was about the day of, and it was wide open until they had to shut everything down
nearly
because
7.
they couldn't block it.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, and they didn't. Yeah, that's right. And they didn't know how long it was actually open for.
Oh, because they found out that day.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the recovery effort was the company offered 2 years of free credit monitoring, waiving late fees and set up alternative payments method. But damage was done. Yeah, I mean, like if it's gone, it's gone. I mean, what will the? I think the other slide actually had what was stolen. So Social Security and
It was your Social Security number, bank accounts. I mean, it's your full credit, everything you need to get a loan or a mortgage was in the system, inaccessible.
Yeah. Crap.
Yeah. So an address is meaning probably your past history addresses, like the typical questions that are asked.
Yeah, your 2 years of tax history and all that stuff.
All kinds of.
Man, even your home loan isn't safe from the spirit of cybersecurity.
Yeah. And at this point, I'm honestly like surprised that we still rely on Social Security number, date of birth, like even mother's maiden name. Like I would bet if people had the stats, every person of like that has credit,
Mm-hmm.
their information is available at a price.
Yeah, that's pretty much everyone in
Yeah,
the country.
like literally, like anyone that has had credit over the past few years,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they've been in systems that have been compromised enough.
Yeah. So, all right. So that was number 4 or number 5? Number 4?
I lost count. 3.
Okay.
I think this is 4.
This is 4.
I remember this one. This is an old one, but I do remember when this happened.
Yeah.
Like I had clients, sites that I went to were affected. So Dine, it's Dine DOS, right? Dine.
DDoS.
Well, it's Dine. It was the short name, but it was Dine something. So it's the dynamic IP address like switching.
I remember this.
They're a big service.
Yeah.
They were bought by Oracle, I think, or someone at one point. So and currently owned by. But yeah, they handled a significant because they were so popular and got so like the idea of being able to like put in your DNS into something that could actually be moved and this would be like the ability to like have multiple IP addresses across the region and then be able to switch it really quickly. Like that was some of their technology. So it got really popular and then this happened and there was no way to get out of this because that was that was where everyone went. Like that's how a request happens. It goes here first, gets the address, and then goes to your server.
Yeah, look at the list of the companies that got affected. It's Twitter, Netflix, Amazon, Reddit, Spotify, and GitHub. And there
This was. I feel like this might have been shortly after a major Amazon East outage, where this service was one. And I don't know if these companies specifically used it because they're big enough, but a lot of companies were able to use this service to then replicate it across regions. And then this went down. It's like, well, I just fixed one problem and now I've got another one that's even bigger.
I think this was the time
that I think the next slide it opened up a bigger issue. Yeah, because all of our home routers were root were all the passwords for like household internet for a long time. This is how you got your access to your Wi-Fi and could open it up to do other things.
Yeah, I remember I didn't know the term DDoS attack very well, and after this incident happened, that's when I was actually looking for what the hell does that mean, and it was because of this happened in 2016. And so what's the how the zombie armies are formed. Mirai Bonnet infected hundreds of thousands of IoT devices using default passwords like admin, root. Well, yeah. I think this was the warnings that we also got that don't use those passwords anymore, company wise, I feel like.
Right.
And then these compromised devices formed a massive zombie army that simultaneously attacked. Was it Dine's DNS servers?
Dine DNS, yeah.
Dine
Yeah,
DNS.
so this was like, if you're not familiar, like when you there's like more, there's still very easy ways to connect all these devices now, but it's more, it opens it up very temporarily and then recloses it so that the password can be actually complicated. That being said, a lot of the passwords are not like fully randomized. I remember this might have been around the same time where maybe Xfinity no, it was Verizon, whatever the Verizon Fios. So all their modems, if you knew I think it was the name of like if the person didn't change it and you knew the name, you could plug in the name somewhere and then get their password.
Oh, I remember that.
And I used this because mine went out one time. And I'm like, all right, well, my neighbor has it, and I used it, and I got connected to their Wi-Fi. Like maybe that's a crime. I don't think so, but that I'm admitting live. But like that was a thing. Like you could do that. So then you could then have access to anyone's, like the criminal element could just pull up to your house, next to your house, and then have access to your internal network.
Yeah.
Like, instantly.
Yeah.
And that's still the case. Like all these devices that are sent out with passwords are not necessarily fully randomized.
Yeah, I even noticed that when I was got here. I think it was Spectrum initially, and the password they gave me, it was like, this seems like it's a very patterny. I mean, I changed it, but I know a lot of people don't change it.
Right.
Yeah, especially it's like it's actually on the sticker of your router.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that happened in 2016. This is like a little more backwards, but as big enough incident that I remember, and a lot of people who are in technology know, because it was so impactful.
Yeah. I mean, there was much worse things going on with the baby monitor stuff too. Like people can and still can with like even Ring cameras and stuff. Like once they're able to access that network, they have full. I mean, they can't physically do anything, but they have full monitoring access to any camera you have inside. Anyways, Target.
I remember this. Target.com crashed in 2011.
Yeah.
Further. So this is days before Halloween. But what happened was Halloween season rush took down Target's site for hours. Second crash in 6 weeks after the Mishoni fashion launch? What the hell is Mishoni?
Missoni, I think is how you pronounced it.
I don't know. A disaster. So the cause was the overloaded servers, bad caching, and missed traffic forecast during the critical shopping period. Yeah, this is what we were talking about for a while now, that you need to be prepared for your traffic spike season.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this continues to happen for other sites, but they were one of the early ones.
Yep. And then Target is a big enough place that a lot of people are affected. Yep. So
you actually had to go into Target to get your Black Friday shopping done. Well, actually, this was before, but still.
Yeah. So the takeaway from all these, I think it's more important because all these incidents happen, but like we were talking about, there are things that you can prevent, things that you should be prepared for.
Apparently, just don't deploy any changes right before Halloween.
So, go little details about all the 6 points. It's not.
So this obvious is test. Yeah. Well, test before traffic surges, but test before you do any deployments. I mean, the same idea, right? Like the Instagram stuff. Like, make sure you're testing your stuff in a different environment if you have if it's going to affect this many people that quickly, like if you have a big enough audience.
Right. So it's enterprise sites usually, but even if you're not enterprise, you have a e-commerce or any portion to it, make sure you test it. And avoid single point of failure. I think we kind of stressed that enough in the beginning also.
This is hard though, realistically, for a lot of scale. Like even if you're pretty scale, like larger sites, like it's very expensive to have multi-region, like co-located things ready to like on hot standby. You're doubling your infrastructure costs.
Right.
Even a lot of managed hosts don't technically do this because the outage costs are not worth it, unfortunately. I think the keep monitoring alive and alert is better, like knowing that those are separately located and no internal dependencies to your own systems.
Right. Yeah.
At least you know that it's going down and you could make physical manual changes to go to another location.
Right. But if you're a big enough site that like something that like a second matters, then you probably should make sure to spread it out. Yeah. And also it's really the size of the company and what kind of data or what kind of information you're surfacing on your site.
Right.
Communicate clearly during crisis. Obviously.
I did a video on this actually. Like that's like keep calm and like just communicate internally and externally what's going on. Like as simple as that gets everyone on the same page of, all right, we know that you're fixing it. And by clearly meaning not just, oh, we have an outage. It's like, oh, we're addressing it and we should have the next hour or two.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know this, and then you hear this a lot, even though this seems like a very, very easy common sense. It's not really executed all the time. And so many times we see that it's just a communication issue. Like a lot of times it comes down to just communication issues. So it's one of those things that you want to highlight every single time because it is happening regardless how many times you tell people. And incident response plans. It's kind of relating to communication issues too, because you want to make sure you have the plan and communicate to make sure that you're executing on it.
Right. Change your default passwords. This is more personal, but I would hope. I would hope enterprises don't have a ton of IoT devices that they're not like already doing this, but
you never know.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sure there are like some lazy developers or technical person who's handling that.
And going back to our opening slide.
So, I mean, it's a little over 30 minutes, but happy Halloween. It's Halloween day. I don't know if there's any big things going on. I'll be very quiet, getting the trick-or-treaters candy. One of these.
I'll be very surprised if we even have one trick-or-treater again this year.
Yeah, yeah. Weirdly, in Jersey, we didn't because we're at the corner house and we didn't even have a sidewalk coming to our house.
Yeah, you're on a busy street too.
Yeah, so people didn't even come over there. Yeah. And we're actually across the street was apartment complex, so they just hang out there. They don't really come out.
Complexes, townhouses.
Yeah.
That's what I'm telling. Like the places around us. The steps are whatever miles per candy bar or whatever the inverse is.
Not worth it.
They're smart kids.
Yeah. So we didn't have any. So this is our second lunch and learn. Hope it was informational. It's something that happened in Halloween and what lessons we can take from these 5 incidents. And follow us on LinkedIn, and I'll put the show notes on the replay. And subscribe our Boozy Browsing on YouTube. And yeah, and Boozy Browsing is where the tech meets happy hour, as you can see.
Oh, I forgot I did dress up as a developer. I have my hoodie on because it's cold.
I even wore kind of a Halloween-y shirt.
You did?
Yeah, we used to sell this, but it's an old Chills horror. It's like an old vintage movies.
All right. See everyone. Our next live stream